My friends, this is Dr. B. Dr. B is the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of experience in clinical high-level medicine. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about your loneliness, about the fact that you feel lonely, that you are lonely, and how your loneliness is destroying your health, is killing you slowly but surely from within. Loneliness is one of the many invisible, silent diseases that are killing you slowly but surely from inside. One of the many others is, of course, high blood pressure, diabetes, right? People who have high blood pressure, diabetes, they feel absolutely okay even if they don't take their medication, right? Maybe at most they have a little bit of headache, right? But they don't realize how those diseases that we also called one of the many silent, invisible diseases are killing them from within. The same way having high cholesterol, right? Same thing. High triglyceride, blah, blah, blah. So loneliness, your loneliness is slowly but surely killing you from inside. It is an invisible disease. It is a silent disease. Only you know that you are lonely. Nobody else knows, and you don't want to go tell your doctor. Most of the time, you don't even tell your family members that you are lonely, that you feel lonely. You don't have a husband, you don't have a wife, you don't have a partner, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be lonely, right? So, but you know what I'm talking about. And it is very, very important that you start grabbing the bull by the horn and take care of yourself, because loneliness has huge effect on your health, on a human's health. First of all, loneliness increases the cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone. The cortisol in a normal person like Dr. B, who is not stressed out, who is not lonely, is going to spike in the morning as we wake up. And that peak is going to last a couple of hours and then go down and go back to low levels. People who are chronically stressed, people who are chronically lonely, people who are chronically having anxiety disorders, depression, anxiety disorders, loneliness, they go together. Their cortisol is always high. High cortisol decreases your immune system. High cortisol gives you diabetes. High cortisol gives you hypertension. High cortisol, by decreasing your immune systems, make you more prone to develop cancer, to develop infections. And of course, remember that loneliness, depression, anxiety disorders, right? They go together. People who are lonely, usually they have bouts of depression, they have bouts of anxiety. Even at low level, it has consequences. Even a small anxiety, even a small depression, even a small feeling of loneliness over time, its cumulative effect do a lot of harm to you. Second, in addition to raising your cholesterol, your cortisol, which is the stress hormone, being lonely decreases your immune system. The brain and the body, they are together, they work together. They work hand in hand. If your body is not good, the brain has trouble following. If you have not physical health, you might be depressed and blah, blah, blah. Conversely, if you don't have mental health, your body physical health will also go down. And that's especially true for your immune system. So being constantly depressed, have anxiety, feeling lonely, is going to over time decrease your immune system, right? In addition to increases in your cortisol level. Your immune system can be depressed, can be lowered because of your loneliness, and therefore you're more prone to infections, you're more prone to cancers. Remember that our immune system keeps an eye on cancers. It is the guardian, and it surveils our tiny little stem cells, and the ones that start to become cancerous, it kills them, right? It is when the immune system is not able to do so that a cancer develops. In the body of a human, every freaking hours, one or two tiny little stem cell cancer cells develop via mutations. I posted a video on that. But our strong immune system kills those very early nascent cancer cells and so the immune system doesn't give those cancerous stem cells to grow and to form a tumor. It kills them. The same way the immune system, my immune system, your immune system, kills the bugs, kills the viruses, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? So your immune system guards your body against infection, but also against cancers. So if your immune system goes down the drain because of loneliness, depression, anxiety, which usually go together, the immune system goes down and it loses its power to fight infections and early cancerous cells, right? So it's very, very important. In addition to that, studies have shown that people who are chronically on a long time either depressed or have anxiety disorders or feel lonely, these people develop at a higher proportion dementia. And that dementia is more severe and happens earlier in life. We don't understand very well how that is. It is important to understand that the human body is extremely complex. Our body is the result of 4.5 billion, not million, billion years of evolution. What we are here, look at me, look at yourself, we are the result of 4.5 billion years of evolution on Earth. So, and we've been trying to understand, right? Science was developed, scientific evidence was developed in Italy during the Renaissance, right? In the years 1500 and above, the 16th century, 16, right? Renaissance, right? These movements, the rejuvenation, the rebirth, right? Il rinascimento, right? This rebirth, il rinascimento in Italian, right? These rebirth movements, the Renaissance, right? La Renaissance, right? In French they say, was born in Italy in the 16th century, which started in the year 1500. So that's when people started to discover anatomy, physiology, how the human body works, science, this, that. There was this massive boom, like the high-tech boom that occurred in Silicon Valley in the beginning of in the late 20th century, right? In 1990s, right? And early 21st century, the high-tech boom, right? So it was this Renaissance boom, the science boom. So we started to learn about the human body only about 400 years ago, right? 4 centuries ago, right? Starting at the beginning of the 16th century. So we're trying to understand a body that is extremely complex, that is a result of a 4.5 billion years of evolution, and we've been studying this body for only 400 years. So there's so much uncertainty, so much gap, there's so much we don't understand. The same way there's so much we don't understand about the universe, right? There's so much we don't understand about the body of a human being. So we don't understand very well how come people who are chronically depressed or have anxiety disorder or feel lonely are more prone to develop dementia, right? So high cortisol levels, increased risk of cancer and infection because of lower immune system, higher risk of dementia, and number 4 is higher risk of suicide attempt. And that is pretty sad. A lot of people who are lonely, and their numbers increases a lot in Western society. A lot of them commit suicide, and a lot of them, they attempt suicide, and a lot of them, unfortunately, cannot be helped and do not survive. We have become, Western societies have become extremely egocentric. The old days when family were living together and people helping each other, taking care of each other, those days are long gone. The older population lives now in nursing homes, blah, blah, blah. It's a disaster. I don't want to go into the sociology of aging and the different aspects of loneliness, because I'm not a sociologist, I'm a doctor, but I can see loneliness every day at our cardiovascular clinic. Because we do cardiac and vascular medicine, we see a lot of elderly people who come to check their heart and their cardiovascular system. And many of them are alone. Many of them live in nursing home. Quite a lot of them live with their family. Quite a lot of them are not lonely at all. They still have partners, family, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of them suffer from loneliness. And it's pretty sad to see how society has become. Again, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a sociologist. It's a huge field, and it's not the purpose of my video. But what I want to tell you is that you have to fight and get out of your loneliness. You have to not be lonely. You have to do everything you can. As if you had high blood pressure or diabetes or high cholesterol or a tumor in your body, you need to get out of that loneliness and fight it to no longer be lonely. It is extremely important to understand that the same way diabetes, hypertension, cancer, a tumor, a growth, high cholesterol, high triglyceride, blah, 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 infections, blah, 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 can cause damage to your body. This loneliness that you have and that you feel is also causing massive damage to your body, slowly but surely. So you need to take care of it and get something done about your loneliness so that you no longer have loneliness in you, in your brain. And the first step, the very first step, is to not confuse, to not conflate loneliness with solitude. Do not conflate being lonely with being single. These are completely two different things. I posted a video about how I, Dr. B, have been single for more than 2 years. I haven't had a girlfriend. I've never been married, don't have any kids. I live alone in my apartment, and I haven't had a girlfriend in 2 years. So I fit completely 100% the definition of alone, the definition of single. Because I'm single and I'm alone, I don't live with nobody. I have no girlfriend to call and have a dinner with. I have no girlfriend to call and go have sex with her. I have no girlfriend to call and go on weekend getaway like as used to. But I'm absolutely not lonely at all. I am actually extremely more happy as a single person, as an alone person, than when I used to have girlfriends. And I posted a video about this, and I called that the solitude, the solace means the peace, the solace, the peace of my solitude, right? But it is important that you understand that solitude, which means being alone, has nothing to do with this feeling of loneliness. I am never, I apologize, let me rephrase this. I am never lonely despite living alone and being single. So it's important that you understand this and that you don't take the first step in solving your loneliness by going online and trying to find a boyfriend or a husband. It has nothing to do with being single or not single. That's a completely different subject. You can be like me, alone and single, but super happy and healthy. And everybody's different. You see, I work and I love my job. I work 8 to 10 hours a day, including Saturday, in our beautiful cardiovascular clinic. And I constantly see different people. I interact every second with my patients, with the staff. I don't even have the time to scratch my head. I don't even have the time sometimes to go to the restroom, empty my bladder. I say, well, let me wait another hour, blah, 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 right? And then I have to run out from the exam room to find an excuse to tell the patient I need to get something, right? But I have to run to the restroom. Sometimes I don't even have the time to have a lunch. So I just skip the lunch, which is good, right? Or I have a quick little snack of tiny little snacks of healthy, 100% healthy food with a little decaf after 12 o'clock or coffee, right? 5 minutes I take, I'm done. And I go back to work seeing patients, right? So I don't have the time to be lonely, because the patients that I see every day are my family. They are my kids that I don't have naturally, right? They are my wife, they are my girlfriend, they are my brother, my sister. My entire family lives away from California. So I'm alone here in California, but I'm not lonely, right? I don't have family members, I don't have girlfriends, right? I don't have a wife, I don't have a kid, but I'm not lonely at all, right? Absolutely not lonely. All my family members are spread out in other states of the US, in Canada, Middle East, Europe, right? So they are my patients, or my family. My patients are my brother, sister, uncle, auntie, grandfather, grandmother, daddy, mommy, blah, 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 right? And then I come from work. I have to go to the gym, and I'm busy at the gym. I don't have the time to scratch my head. I don't do like a lot of people who go to the gym and they just sit down and watch their cell phone and go online. No, I really do the gym, the aerobic, the push-ups and the lifting weight, pushing weights, blah, 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 until I sweat, right? That's then by, let's say, maybe 6, 7 o'clock, I come to my apartment, take my shower, have my very easy small dinner, which is 100% keto, tiny little nuts, a little bit of yogurt, no sugar added, no nothing. I mean, I posted video about my diet. I eat always a tiny bit, with some healthy tea, coffee, with of course, no sugar, nothing added, and healthy protein powder that I mix with cocoa powder. I mean, time passes. By the time it's 8 o'clock, I check my emails, do my leftover reports, blah, blah, blah. You know, time passes quickly, right? And by 9 o'clock, for God's sake, I'm in bed. 9 o'clock, no exception. I put my head, after 2 minutes, I sleep like a baby. And I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning without any alarm clock. Automatically, my brain wakes me up. at 6 o'clock, that's it. I'm ready, take my shower, go to poop, right? Go take my breakfast, go back to work. That's it. And if I have a free time on Sunday, I love to read medical journals, to be the best doctors, to keep up with the progress in medical sciences, to be on the top of my game, just like the golfer or the tennis players who are number one in the world. They keep practicing. Dr. B, I keep reading constantly the latest discoveries in medicine, medication, surgical technologies, blah, blah, blah. And then I also spend time to improve my knowledge in mathematics, advanced mathematics, biochemistry, advanced level, not like elementary level, right? Advanced chemistry, biochemistry, advanced physiology, advanced anatomy, advanced mathematics, advanced physics. I'm improving a huge amount my knowledge in the Thai language, right? I'm already fluent, written, spoken in 5 languages. I'm learning the language, the Thai language, which I can write and speak and read at a slow pace, but in a few years I'll be fluent. That will be my language number 6, fluent, written, spoken. I'm improving my game of chess, right? I have this computer that I can have in front, but you don't need that. You can go online. There's so many different clubs of chess, bridge, blah, blah, blah. There is no excuse nowadays with the internet, right? And with so many things you can do outside to feel lonely. Join a club online, or join a club at your church, at your synagogue, at your mosque, right? At your temple. Doesn't matter. Go volunteer to teach disabled kids. Go volunteer to visit as a visitor in a nursing home, as a visitor in hospitals. There's so much you can do to not be lonely, right? To not feel this loneliness which is killing you. I swear to God, it's killing you. So do not jump and get a membership on a freaking stupid matchmaking, online dating. It's all a scam. It's a buffoonery. I mean, this is just a nasty stuff. You want to meet people. Go to your church. Go to the hospital. Go to volunteer at a homeless shelter. Go to volunteer and teach disabled kids. So many ways outside of the freaking internet to meet people. On the internet, what you meet is those scammers, right? I mean, you see that all the time. Is those scammers who are embezzling and stealing the money of these poor women and men who want to find love. No, you don't find love online. You find love at a workplace, and if you're retired, you find love at the hospital as a volunteer, at a nursing home as a volunteer, at your church, at your synagogue, in the community centers, blah, 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 right? You have to go physically somewhere to see that guy or that woman, not communicate with a fake woman over there in the other side of the earth who is supposedly in love with you, blah, and then ask you for money and blah, blah, blah. Manipulators, right? Don't do that. But again, remember, you do not have to have a partner, whether you're a male or a female or anything in between, regardless of your age, your religion. You don't have to have a partner in order to be happy. I am extremely happy, even more happy than when I had a girlfriend. 10 times less headache, 10 times more time for myself, 10 times more solace to do other things that I have to do. 10 times happier, 10 times avoiding somebody calling me and bitching at me and constantly complaining about this and that and this and that, right? I don't have to do that anymore. I can go sleep whenever I want. I can wake up whenever I want, which is always 9 to 6, right? 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. I can read, I can study, I can do this, I can go to work as much as I want, including Saturday, without somebody calling me and saying, oh, how come you're working too much? Are you a workaholic? No, I'm not a workaholic, but I love my job. I love medicine, and I will keep doing medicine until I'm 100 years old, God willing, and until I die peacefully, healthily, in my bed at the age of 100, because I will never ever retire from medicine. Retirement is not made for me, and I'm extremely happy. Now, I'm not saying that if it happens, I'm not going to be open to meeting a lady, blah, 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 but I'm not actively looking for one. Neither at work, neither here, neither at the gym, neither online. Stay away from online. It's all prostitutes. For guys, it's all prostitutes, right? Women online, 90% is prostitutes, right? For women, 90% of the guys who are after you, they are disastrous scammers. They make you fall in love, blah, blah, and then they steal your money. The guy lives in Nigeria, China. I mean, you know that. Just go watch online what you hear all the time. It's crazy, all the stories that people have to say about having been scammed by these online lovers and blah, blah, blah. Stay away from that. And there are so many ways to not be lonely. Learn a language, learn a skill, go to a drawing school, go to a music school, go learn to play chess, go learn to play bridge, go learn a musical instrument, go to learn painting, go to learn wood carving. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand how can I have so many other things I need to do in this life that I want to do, that I need probably 10 more lives in order to be able to do all the things I want to do, right? For instance, I want to improve so much my knowledge about astronomy, right? I don't have the time to study too much astronomy. I want to buy one of these massive telescopes, right? Put it in the back of a truck that I would buy and join a group, because there are some groups here in California that join together and they go to Yosemite, blah, 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 on the weekends in those areas where there's no light pollution, there's no city, it's all dark, and you see the natural sky, right, with billions of stars and galaxies and everything. I want to learn more astronomy, right? I don't have the time. I just don't have the time. Maybe in my next life, right? I don't have the time. So how can somebody feel lonely when you think about the billions of activities that you can have, right? I remember I saw a patient from a nursing home, very old, in his 80s, right? Kind of okay, but he was on a wheelchair. And I always ask my patient when they are new, so what kind of job do you do, sir? He told me, I'm a mathematician. Wow, mathematician. I said, really? Yeah, I'm a PhD in mathematics. Now think about it. He's not the regular math teacher in high school. Usually most of them have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in mathematics. This guy has a doctorate in mathematics. I said, really? Blah, blah, blah. So I said, are you still active doing mathematics? He said, every day. Every day at the nursing home where he is, he explores more, he improves his knowledge in mathematics. He joins the clubs of other mathematicians and they do mathematics together, interacting over the phone or interacting over video, these group chats and blah, 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 he explained to me. And he also volunteers for online teaching mathematics to young kids, young students who are behind, right? He volunteers, he doesn't charge any money. He said, I'm so busy. And I said, do you have any friends at that nursing home? He said, absolutely not. I don't have the time. And he's not interested. The guy is not lonely at all. He has thousands of online friends. He can talk to them. He can see them via video, right? He teaches students voluntarily to improve their mathematics skills, and he keeps improving his knowledge in mathematics. I mean, this guy who is a PhD in mathematics, he has a doctorate in mathematics the same way I have a doctorate in medicine, right? He never retired from mathematics. He retired from his job job, but he never retired from mathematics. The same way Dr. B will never retire from medicine, and as long as I can walk, I will keep going to our cardiovascular clinic and see patients. Even when I can no longer walk and I have to be on a wheelchair, I will hire an assistant to come pick me up in the morning and take me to that clinic, push my wheelchair to the clinic. That's right. And I will stop seeing patients or doing medicine only once I'm dead. That's it. God willing, at the age of 100, healthy, I will die healthy in my sleep in my bed. Guys, Dr. B loves you. Get out of your freaking loneliness. You have no excuse to be lonely. And remember, Dr. B, 30 plus years ago, went into medical school. I took the Hippocratic oath to put your interest above mine. I will never, ever, 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 ever lie to you. Never, ever put my interest above yours. Never, ever BS you. Never, ever sell you any garbage. Never, ever, ever do anything tell you anything that is not backed by the scientific evidence. I love you guys regardless of your gender, your ethnicity, your race, your color of your skin, your politics. I give you a big hug because I love you as a human being, the same way I love medicine. Put your comments, question, any catso you have down there. I will get back to you as soon as I can in my busy, super busy, but lovely life that I have, and love of single man, alone but never lonely. I love you guys. I hope to talk to you next time. Bye-bye.